Hey everyone, it looks like we just got a huge announcement over on the JP side of Grand Summoners, and I have to say, it looks pretty wild. They recently announced that they're gonna be getting a rerun of KLK, and this time with a lot more units. To be exact, there's gonna be 4 new units on top of the already existing 4, which is absolutely insane. Those 4 include Ira Gamagori, Uzu Sanageyama, Houka Inumuta, and Nonon Jakazure. Part 1 will have Uzu and Houka though, with Nonon and Ira coming part 2. As for their kits though, starting with Uzu, he's an Earth Human and his slots are 6-star physical, 5-star defense, and 4-star physical and defense. Pretty solid slots, especially LB7 for the double defense slot. As for his skill, he gives himself 30 arts, or 60 if it crits with a 13-second CT. Really solid arts skill, 4.6 arts a second if it crits is really nice. As for his arts, it does 30,000 earth damage physical, and for 35 seconds, he increases his own damage by 100% and skill CT speed by 130%. This is an interesting art as it not only makes him damage a bunch more, but get a ton more arts. His skill gets to around 5 seconds, which is roughly 12 arts a second at best, which is great for his solo art jetting capabilities. For his true art, he does 80,000 earth damage physical, and each time he uses true art, he gets a permanent 25% super crit rate with a max of 75%. Another insane ability, as having an infinite 75% super crit is insanely busted all things considered. For his super art, it does 190,000 earth damage physical, and for 25 seconds, he gives himself 100% crit rate and reduces the enemy's physical resist by 150%. His modifier is actually insane, as pairing this with his super crit and physical resist down is gonna wipe some bosses, especially if you pair him with someone like Sagiri for that earth resist down. For his passives, he gets 100% attack and accuracy up when he doesn't have a status ailment, as well as 100% blind resist and 2 arts a second near death. The 100% accuracy and attack is really nice, as the attack will scale really nicely, and the accuracy is great for those stages with higher evasion rates. The blind resist is cool, while the 2 arts a second near death is okay. You can maybe make use of it if you implement some sort of strategy with grief. For his true weapon, it's a 5-star physical and it reduces the enemy's earth resist by 30%. If it's a human, it gets lowered by 50% instead for 10 seconds with a 50-second CT. If it's used by Uzu, he gets 70% crit damage as well as 10% defense. The true weapon is solid, it's basically a true Viperia, although the passive 70% crit damage is really strong. I'd probably pick it up if I got him, although it's not needed if you don't have him, or even if you do, it's just more so to get him to his full potential. Overall though, Uzu is looking really nice. Anytime a unit is able to get to his level of damage without much stacking, it's really solid, especially considering he has a 5-star defense, which will make him solid for sustain, and more so with Mono Earth, which has been slacking, although is starting to pick up as of recent. He seems like an insane DPS overall though. Not exactly chase worthy, but he is really strong. He'll make Mono Earth more viable, especially as the sustain team. Moving on to the next unit in part 1 though, Houka. He's a water human, and his slots are 6-star support, 5-star support, and 4-star magic or heal. The double support slot is insane. He essentially has the Gnar barrel slots, which is really solid for both sustain and nuking. The magic slot could see some use in nuking, although that heal slot is great for sustain. I don't know if I can exactly recommend it though, but it is pretty solid. For his skill, it gives 40 arts and heals the lowest HP ally by 3000 health with a 12-second CT. It's pretty okay. The arts and such is solid, and the heal is pretty random, although welcome I guess. For his arts, it does 18,000 water damage physical, and for 20 seconds, all allies get 50% accuracy and humans get 100% attack up. It's a really nice art. Can't say I expected this, and for only 100 arts, it's really nice, especially paired with damage buffing. For his true art, it does 55,000 water damage magic, and for 25 seconds, he reduces the enemy's crit resist by 100% and water resist by 80%. It's another really solid ability. The true art is great for water teams, as it not only lowers water resist by a ton, but it also lowers crit resist, which is pretty rare these days, and it's really great for mono water considering it doesn't really have a reliable source of crit right now. And for his super arts, for 25 seconds, it gives all allies 7 arts a second and 300% crit damage. The leader leader gets 10 arts a second for 25 seconds instead. This is by far the most busted support super art I've seen in a little. Sure, it doesn't really do damage itself, but for the amount of support that it's giving, I don't really care. Providing 175 arts to a team is crazy, and if that wasn't enough, it's 250 arts to the leader with 300% AoE crit damage. The support from him is actually unmatched, and it looks like the only way they could balance it was by taking his damage away, but this could definitely solo Archen for an entire team, and for mono water, this will be lethal. Running Houka as leader, he'll be able to benefit the team from his arts, true art, and super art fairly easily. It's actually insane how strong he's going to make mono water, and his nuking support potential with Roy is going to be solid as well, considering you could do something like a double axis to get himself closer to super art. As for his passives though, he gets 20% equip CT when above 80% HP, all allies get 15% max HP up, and 10% evasion rate. The 20% equip CT speed is actually crazy because as if he wasn't already a strong enough supporter, he now gets that insane speed for his double support slot, and with a crest that'll get to at least 30% equip CT speed easily. The max HP up is good as well since it's always good for pretty much any team, although considering mono water doesn't really have a strong healer yet, their survivability comes from Shiro's damage negation, but more health is of course always good. As for his true weapon, it's a 5-star support, and for 10 seconds all allies get 3 arts a second, while human allies' stats are increased by 15% with a 35-second CT. When used by Houka, he gets 100 arts at the start, as well as 10% defense up. This is a solid true weapon as well. It gives a good amount of arts, as well as acting as a stackable Lisa skirt considering it's exclusive to humans, so it's basically a heal of sorts. The 100 arts at the start is also insanely good to get him moving along to his super art. In all, he's looking insanely strong. Hopefully he's the strongest of the crossovers, so we don't have to worry about going too deep into it. But considering how much he provides to a team, including attack, accuracy, water resist down, crit, 300% crit damage, and 175 AoE arts, he's the go-to water support. But even then, it's not like he's exclusive to water teams, so he'll be able to work pretty much anywhere, which is actually insane. His support is definitely unmatched, and with his unmatched support, it's pretty much comparable to a lot of the better units in the game, so I'd definitely rate him pretty high up. I wouldn't even blame you if you want a pity, to be fair, because I'm definitely debating doing it. He's pretty much gonna make or break a mono water team for sure, although thankfully Global won't have to worry about him for a while. There's a bunch more coming to the crossover, including Dream Awakenings, new equips and such, although this video has gone on for quite a bit, so I'll try to do them in their own video a little later. Let me know what your thoughts are about these units though, and if you're gonna summon for them on JP. The banner for the KLK is actually gonna be starting at the 30th of April, so it is fairly soon. And for everyone that is gonna be summoning, good luck and hopefully you get who you want. Although I wouldn't personally go super deep because we don't know if the other 2 units on the next part are gonna be like super OP or something, because as we've seen with Houka, he is really strong. So if you are thinking about pitying him, at the very minimum just wait for part 2 and their kits. So maybe you can try to do some sort of strat where you can probably try to go for 2 units instead of 1 right off the bat. Be sure to like and sub to stay tuned for more info about the KLK rerun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.